Well. Okay, I'm playing Efe Metehan Yavuz from Turkey. And we are getting a fairly quiet opening. I'm guessing e4 or c4 at this point. Sicilian Invitation. That is a name I haven't seen. d6. Queen d7, should we do that? Let's do that. Why not? Played this a few times in the past, usually with reasonable success. The idea is to protect this knight so that I can play b6, bishop b7 later on. People have started to do this with opposite colors as well, like going for an early e3. Not e3. d3, queen d2. So normally when they go for e3, you just take the knight. I can hear a lot of yelling from the next streaming room, like, open your eyes! I don't know if you guys can hear that. Now you normally go f5. I had this against Chinese grandmaster with the name of Dr. Tiger a few weeks ago in Title Tuesday. I was doing fine initially, then I was doing not fine at all, and then I tricked him in time pressure, and I think that gave me tournament victory. At least it was close. This d4, I'm not sure I love that for him. I think he should have been focused on trying to get e4 rather than d4. There's knight e4, but you know what? I feel like sacking the exchange. Knight e5, I'm just going to take it. c4 is hanging, and I like my compensation.
I think you have to move the mic closer to your face.
Okay. Always some issues. Why always me? So the idea is that this bishop is most likely going to end up being poor one. It's got a pawn weakness here. My position is very solid. And yeah, generally there's a very decent amount of compensation for not, honestly, not a very big material investment. Since he keeps allowing it, I'm considering to go knight to e4. Then bishop e4, f e4. This bishop really is quite miserable. I think this is probably just more or less winning position for me. Well, at least now. Bishop g4. If the rook moves, this bishop is attacked, so he's even going to be material down. We can trade rooks. And why not? Every trade that brings it closer to this knight being the only piece on the board and dominating this bishop should be considered a success for me. I'm going to go b5. I'm going to go a5. a4 next. f3 I take. And then I invade with rook d3. Let's go b4. Not in the most patient mood right now. take it. And as we were talking about earlier, the move rook to d3 looks very good. Bishop f2. Or like cb, ab. Bishop f2, I can rook c3, rook d2. Even bc3, anything wins. I don't know what his idea is, but guess I'll grab a pawn. And e5. Otherwise there was rook c4, which doesn't really work because I can take his bishop, but it might as well be uber precise. Now rook e2. And, well, he is fighting on admirably. But this is very much a lost cause. But at the very least, he's getting like a modicum of counterplay on the king's side. You know what? I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with him. It's not the most obvious way to win, since I think I'm allowing him to get a new queen here. But it is more than enough. So now I'm going to go king c4, force his bishop back, and then I'm going to run with the pawn. And at the end of everything, I'll pick up this bishop. Oh! No, the bishop is protected by the queen from h8. Well, that was a bit silly. I mean, regardless, I'm 2 pawns up and have a completely winning position. But that was really just trying to be a little bit more clever than needed. Let's... Oh, there's queen c3. I have to take a little bit of care. King b5. He has fought well. I gotta give him that. But he's still fighting a lost cause here. No more checks. I can march the king, or when he goes here, I can just win the bishop. Oh, no resignation, huh? Where is the stalemate? I don't see it. There's the stalemate. Okay, that makes sense. No, I don't fall for that anymore. Actually, I sometimes do, but not every time. The point is, if I had... This is called the Rosen Trap, named after a prolific chess streamer, and I am Eric Rosen. And the idea is that if your opponent pre-moves in a situation like this, then that would be a very bad idea. Since then it would be stalemate. Okay, one